I knew Nas was too real to ever diss Jim Jones.
Did not write that verse for Jim. That was a straight shot Jim got hit with. And y'all made it seem like that was for Nas. That wasn't, that was for Jim. Nas wasn't dissing Jim. And the reason why he changed it, because he knew that at the end of the day, damn, Chef, I gave you these verses months ago, and now all this shit is popping up, which at the end of the day, he not standing on it because he's in another zone. He trying to get money. He doing this, he doing that. You know, Jim said what he said, and the fans responded, and that was that. Nas is all the way on the other side somewhere, not even paying attention to it that deep. He's not getting caught up in that. And now all of a sudden, when I'm getting ready to drop my album, Nas hits me and say, yo, Chef, I'm going to do another verse, my nigga, because I don't know, for some reason, I think that this rhyme right here is going to make niggas feel like I'm dissing Jim, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This rhyme I made way before all this shit even came up. And this is real shit, y'all. I don't got to fucking lie to y'all, man. I promise y'all, he wasn't dissing Jim. This ain't no diss record. And if it was a diss record, why would he put it on my record? Because guess what? I fuck with Jim. He know I fuck with Jim. So I ain't getting in nobody beef. If it was a beef, it's no beef. So y'all took whatever that rhyme was that leaked, because I guess it leaked from somewhere. It didn't leak from us. But yo, that wasn't for Jim. Nas was rhyming like that because the beat made him rhyme like that.
What up, where's your boy Challz Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I had a spidey sense. I had some basic reservations about reviewing that so-called leak of Nas's verse on the Raekwon's album, The Emperor's New Clothes, on the song Oh Murder. I believe that's how you pronounce the record, in which Nas allegedly dissed Jim Jones. I had a few people in my comments saying they wanted me to react to the leak because the leak showed a different side of Nas where he actively was checking Jim Jones for all the nonsense he's been saying lately, and where he was pretty much calling him out, basically just putting him on blast like, dude, I see you, I'm watching you. Now, I'm going to be honest, gang, I never listened to the leaked version. I never listened to it because, for one, my spidey sense was telling me, Challz, something ain't right with that version. Nas would never write a verse and then about a guy if he really wanted to get the guy and didn't have second thoughts and call up Ray to change it. So Raekwon is coming out saying, and this is just my personal belief, I just feel like Nas is that type of dude that, for one, he's already told you back when him and Jay beefed, he would never diss another man in a song. He would never write another diss record about another man. He said that, 15 years ago or more, longer, right? I feel like Nas is a stand-up dude, so I don't think he would have any reason. Like, Nas didn't need to speak on Jim Jones. Let's just be honest. The culture, we stood up for Jim Jones. We stood up for Nas immediately, if not sooner. Like Jizza say, immediately, if not sooner. So we stepped in. We humbled Jim ourselves. Nas didn't need to say a word. You saw Jim tone it down. Every single interview got more and more and more humble. After a while, Jim was maintaining low tones, gang. He was just talking calm, and he was stating his case, and he really changed his whole demeanor about the Nas shit, because at one point, Jim was beating on his chest. He was doing the Tom Cruise jumping on the couch, right? Talking about, I'm this, that, and the third, and the culture was like, calm down. Calm down. Check the numbers, all this shit he was saying. The culture stepped in, was like, we're going to just put an end to this. Because we're not riding with you and Lil Eli and all these other people that saying Jimmy got this and Jimmy got that, right? We checked it. So Nas didn't need to say a word. It happens every year. Once a year, somebody going to come out next year and say something slick about Nas. Remember when 21 Savage did it? The culture checked him and he ended up doing a song with Nas. So what I'm telling you is, Nas didn't need to make a record to affirm his dominance over Jim Jones. We did that for him. So when that leak dropped, I was like, I don't even need to hear this leak, because I know, for one, it ain't about Jim Jones. And if it is about Jim Jones, I don't know how to tell you that I don't believe that Nas would erase it and put a new one out. Why? In what world would he be afraid to say what he got to say about Jim Jones? For one. And for two, that means, like Ray said, he would have to do it on Raekwon's record. So now he's dragging Raekwon into it. I think Nas is way too real for that. And according to Raekwon, who I believe, I have very good authority to believe Raekwon. He's a stand-up dude. I did more than one show with Raekwon back in the day, and he did a lot of stand-up shit. He never went back on his word. He was the realest dude I ever met. I'm just going to be honest. Okay? You can shake him my hand, look in his eye, and tell that he's real. Right? A lot of you fake dudes don't know that, but I can tell that Ray is a real individual. He's not gonna sit up there and lie to you. So Ray went live and told dudes, listen, Nas wrote this verse months ago. It had nothing to do with Jim Jones. And the only reason he removed it and changed it because he went back and listened to it by the time I was going to drop it, and he realized that some of these bars in here may be perceived as Jim Jones disses. And maybe he was prophetic or whatever, but they were perceived because someone leaked it. And I don't believe Ray would leak this verse. It makes no sense. Why would he leak a verse that he didn't want out in the first place because they knew that it would sound like he was dissing Jim Jones? I 100% believe Raekwon and Nas's version of this, that this was an old verse, that when Jim Jones came out with his nonsense talking about he's better than Nas and this and that, he ain't even better than, he ain't got one verse better than the verse on this. You ain't got one verse better than this. But Jim Jones claims he's better than Nas at this, that, and the third. He's more influential, da-da-da. That went viral. The whole hip-hop planet went nuts and was like, Jimmy, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and say this is over before this go any further. But Nas had already had that verse, and the verse sounded eerily like whatever was being predicted, he was speaking on it. So what I feel happened was Nas was wise to say, let me change it because I don't want no misconceptions that I'm sitting here wasting my time, my energy, and my effort to diss a man that I don't need to, that's already got checked by the culture. I don't need to say a word. So Nas recorded a new verse, in my opinion. And at this point, we would have to be calling Nas weak. Let's just be honest. If he recorded a verse, got scary, and then deleted it, that's scary to me. Just gonna be honest. I feel like if Nas is gonna go into something this huge, a moment this big, this viral, and chicken out, and we would have to be looking at him like, gang, what's wrong? Right? We would have to be like, gang, like, you wrote it, you put it out, you was ready to drop it, now you changed it. Like, what we talking about? So it's basically looking like some cowardly shit. So I don't believe Nas in any kind of stretch would be cowardly. I don't think he would be scared. He has no reason to be scary, right? And he has no reason to flare this up with Jim Jones. I don't feel like he would sit down, write a verse, aim it at Jim Jones. And I honestly think, I'm just going to be honest, if Nas going to sit and aim at Jim Jones, I think he's going to aim at him. And it's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be some rap god type shit. It's going to be some fucking MGK versus Eminem shit. We just going to do 800 bars at each other. I don't think that it's going to be an issue where Nas going to sit there and throw a couple bars, a couple subs at Jim Jones. Not enough to make this much noise about it, because it made mad noise and a lot of guys ran with it and da-da-da. But I was like, Charles, I'm not touching this, because sometimes you need to see things, you need to step back, let stuff play out. I've caught some very good energy and karma this year, because quite a few, at least I can think of 5 stories where I said, no, let me not touch that yet. Let me wait and let the numbers come out, let things happen, let things play out. Right? Let it really develop. And then a lot of times when I let it develop, a lot of stuff, I didn't have to come out with egg on my face and change the story, because once I watched and let it play out, I'm like, okay, now I got all the pieces. Now everything makes sense, and now I could talk about it. So right now, that's where I'm at. I could talk about this because I understand what happened. I see the play, and I believe what Raekwon is saying. Salute. And I believe that Jim Jones actually would rather not have this battle happen. Actually, no, Jim Jones would love to have this battle happen, because all it's going to do is bring more attention to him. I think Jim Jones right now is seeking attention, and he's getting it. He just went on Art of Dialogue and some pretty good interviews. He's calm, he's concise, he's answering the questions. He's not like pouting and getting upset. It's a very good interview at the moment, and it's watchable. So far, the clips I'm seeing with him on Art of Dialogue, so far they're okay. He's doing a good job as far as I can see. I don't remember any Nas conversation on there. Maybe he said, I'm not talking about Nas or whatever. I think there was one video, whatever. But it's nothing crazy. It's nothing going viral. It's just he's talking about different things. Cameron, da-da-da, Dame Dash, different little things. And for a time, it was good. Right now, okay, we ain't got to jump back in and do the hopscotch dip dance, right? We can just sit back and watch the videos just like we've been doing and enjoying it in the name of hip-hop. But before that, Jim was talking crazy. Now, here we are. I feel like what's going on is we're so hungry for these beefs and this, that, and the third, like this USA versus the UK nonsense. Gang, I'm just gonna be honest. I think I listened to Joyner Lucas's record one time. I'm not listening to that just for the culture. Just so I have it in my mental of what it sounded like. I'm not following that. I don't know who's rapping. I didn't listen to Skepta's. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 20 seconds. I'm thinking, but it's just we're so. Everybody wants this beef stuff, like this thing with Joey Badass. When that came and the whole world lit up, I think a lot of rappers got in their head, yo, beef is back in, lyrics is back in, da-da-da-da. So what I think is happening is a lot of people need this salacious stuff just to get through the day right now, gang. I just think we're in a time where everyone wants the most heinous thing to talk about and this, that, and the third, and I get it. I could have done 3-4 videos on it, eating it up. No, I'm not doing that because my integrity told me, yo, listen, think about what you're doing before you say something that Nas did and didn't do. Think about who that man is. I don't think he would do a sneak diss. I just don't think he would. And I was right. He didn't. He did a verse. This sound more like Nas. Nas has a certain level of integrity to me, certain standard of moral. So no, I didn't go in. I didn't go click it. I didn't listen to it. I'm like, first of all, I'm going to go play Ray's Real. I told you I don't really listen to leaks like that. I really don't listen to leaks. So I didn't listen to when the clips leaked. I didn't listen to this, that, and the third when it leaked, da-da-da. But when it did drop and it was all over the internet, da-da-da, I said, I'm not clicking that. Because first of all, I want to hear the Ray album myself. I want to hear what he got cooking. And so far, what I'm hearing is really fire. I haven't listened to the whole album because guess what, gang? I'm still listening to the clips. I'm just going to be honest. Every time I decide I'm about to put some shit out, I just listened to Tyler today. I didn't get around to Tyler, the Creator, till today. So I'm liking what I'm hearing on that. And they different projects, they hold different vibes, but I like them both. And a lot of people don't understand that Tyler is early 80s rap and early 80s R&B. People don't understand it, but I do. When I'm listening to it, I'm like, you can clearly hear the New Edition influences. This shit is early 80s rap. This is Mantronics. This is early LL Cool J. Like, Run DMC, this is Rick Rubin, like that shit is early hip hop, but they don't know that. A lot of these people are like, yo, I can't get jiggy with this. Like they don't understand this, but I understand it. I love chaotic beats and crazy wild ass too many snares and all. I love all that shit, all these synths and keys. I love it. So that's where I'm at with this. But where I'm at with this Raekwon and this Nas thing, I want to say salute to Ray for being a real one, because Ray could have just been quiet. But Ray was like, listen, I'm not going to let him diss the man because I like Jimmy and I like Nas. I'm cool with both of them. So I'm not going to let him diss him on this. I need y'all to understand that first. I would be a sucker if I let him did that. And that's real. I wouldn't want nobody dissing. I wouldn't want to let somebody diss somebody on my shit either. And you can't say I didn't catch the bars because the whole world caught the bars. So if you thought it was a diss, he would have stopped it in the first place. So I'm going to say this. Salute to Nas. It's okay to say, you know, it was this, that, and the third because that's what it sounded like. But sometimes when we jump out too early and we jump out too quick, I didn't watch anybody's so I don't know what YouTubers did or didn't. I can't even say I don't know who did this, da-da-da. Salute to Rob Marksman, who came out with a video, I believe this morning, showing that Raekwon said this and said that in the third. Now a lot of YouTubers are covering it, but Rob Marksman was the first one to come back that I saw saying, okay, Nas wrote this verse months ago, according to Raekwon, and this is the story. And he believed it, and I'm going to follow suit saying I believed it. But I don't know all the guys that fed into it, and I don't. It really doesn't matter to me because we all could jump out the window and say this, that, and the third. These stories we don't get them right all the time. We just fucking giving our opinion. We just commentators, gang. We're not fucking. This ain't the goddamn nightly news. I ain't Lester Holt, my nigga. I'm just a dude in my fucking car, just giving my opinion, gang. So for one, just like all of these YouTubers and stuff, just have some grace with them because nobody's perfect, gang. We're not out here saying we know everything. We just give our opinion. And I got some more videos coming up today about this hip-hop thing. I'm going to address that. What's the dirt shit? I don't know if you know what's going on with him, but he back again and he making noise and he's irritating us all over again, so I'm about to get his ass too. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Make sure you let them know who sent you. They got all kind of new flavors over there. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. We're definitely going to be talking about this. About 9:15 on about 8 different streaming platforms, including the one you're watching me on right now. Tune in, tap in. We get about 200 in the chat, so make sure you're one of them. Let us know what you think. All right, I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.